When we started this company, I could have started it anywhere. I could have started in Pittsburgh or DC or anywhere in Silicon Valley or anywhere across the U.S. Obviously, I'm from West Virginia and have a heart for the area, but there's something more than that. It's about the culture here and some of the things that I was taught as a child that were just instilled in my character that I thought, I need that strength to call upon that to build a company of the type that I wanted. We have folks from all walks of life at Mountain Leverage. I mean, not everybody is a computer programmer or has a degree in business. It's all over the map, and that makes an interesting group of folks. But what holds it all together is this shared vision of creating something greater than ourselves. They do have this shared understanding of this is our company. They own this thing. They own it. When you talk about character in the company and fit and those things, it sounds like we're all sitting around a campfire singing Kumbaya, and we aren't. This really is the magic, I think, that makes a company great. And it's being able to take that character and externalize that to your customers. And so the reason it's important to a customer that we have character as a company and the individuals within our company have character is that shines in the moments where it's needed. When you're engaged in a project with Mountain Leverage, a Mountain Leverage employee, what you won't find is them running for the hills when it gets tough. You won't find them cowering. You won't find them falling apart. You won't find them running around like the sky is falling down. What you'll find is a poised, confident, calm, and careful employee who's going to find their way to the solution. And that's really important. As we often see in times of crisis, that's when true character shines. And we like to think that's when you see the real value of Mountain Leverage. Once trust is set in a company, and trust is the basis for many things, and certainly one of those things is an open communication platform, we have to be able to talk to one another. And that's at every level of our existence. So at our organization, our employees within have to be able to communicate honestly and open to one another and quickly. There's so many layers to communication that create a great energy in the company. And if you're talking to folks about how well you're doing, that helps. If you're talking to folks about how you're struggling, they can help you. If you're talking to folks about where you're stuck, you can find new ways around them, and people jump in on the problem. And it just really fuels that esprit de corps that is here at Mountain Leverage. Yeah, so if you're working here for a paycheck, you will sooner or later get washed out, because that's not the team that's here. There needs to be a passion about what you're doing. What you're doing today should ultimately be part of changing the world. And so there should be some passion. We should enjoy what we're doing and should be fired up. You'll just stick out like a sore thumb if you're not passionate about what we're doing here at Mountain Leverage if you're here as an employee. Being at Mountain Leverage, you have to be able to rise to the character level of your peers. Few people have the unique set of character and expertise to fit in here and thrive. This is not a wait until somebody asks me to do it culture. This is a active, proactive, collaborative culture. And those are buzzwords that everybody uses, but the fact is we live it. When you look across our team, you're not going to find people just sitting around waiting to be asked or waiting to be told to do something. You're going to find people seeking for ways where they can add impact and create value. It's part of our culture that we focus on the outcome first. What are we trying to accomplish? And then work back from there. What do we need to do to accomplish that? We don't look at this as a vendor-customer relationship. It becomes a partnership. Every customer we have, we try to partner with them in the relationship. And so that same culture bleeds into their culture, that we want to lift them up and make them successful and be a part of their success. We're not coming in and telling the customer, this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it. It's, okay, Mr. Customer, let's work on what that outcome should be. What outcome do we want? And then we determine, we look at how can we help? Then we need to be able to communicate with the customer. That's why the level of trust, that's why we don't approach a customer as if there's a wall in between us and we're throwing stuff back and forth. That won't work for us. We have to be able to communicate openly and honestly and quickly with our customers so that we can continue to find success in the projects. We're Mountain Leverage. We're not going to try to be our competitors. We're trying to serve a customer. We're trying to solve a problem. And there are typically competitors in most of the deals that we work with customers. And it comes down to it that we are who we are, and we bring a level of service that we feel is unmatched. And certainly we bring products to the table, and we have processes in place that allow a project to move smoothly. But it's our unique touch to the customer and our unique focus on the challenges that the customer sees and the outcomes they want to achieve. It goes back to our mission and our willingness to dive right in and be successful and find those outcomes. And we love to solve problems, and we love to create value. And so whether that's for a company of a small company on the corner, or whether it's a mega billion-dollar company, the fact is we love working through those solutions and creating value for either of those companies. You cannot cheat the farm. You can't get up in the morning and do nothing all day for the entire growing season and expect to have a harvest at the end. If you do all the work in the growing season, you can't expect the harvest to come in by itself. And I think in this day and age with so much technology, I think we forget that there's hard work that needs to happen at every step. That whole law of the farm stuck in my mind, not only growing up in a rural state like West Virginia, that certainly brings it home because you see that on a daily basis, but then watching it play out in the high technology industry. This is not just about farming. This is about our entire ecosystem as humanity, and you have to put the hard work in at every step along the way. Growing up, you didn't get away with telling somebody you were going to do something and not do it. If you told someone you were going to do it, you did it. And the parents and grandparents and uncles and aunts and neighbors and whoever made sure as a child growing up in West Virginia that you did what you said you were going to do. That's a character that plays out really well in this space. If we say we're going to do something, we do it. And we do it in the time we said it is, and we do it for the cost that we put out there. And being trustworthy to our customers, to our partners, and to one another within the company is a key cornerstone of Mountain Leverage. The reason oftentimes that customer finds us attractive is because of those character traits and the ethics and the work ethic and things that have been instilled into me as a kid growing up in West Virginia that have ultimately permeated our company. That's why they're working with us. So I'm proud to be from West Virginia, and I'm proud to have that experience that's created this company that's been able to offer that kind of service to the customer.